Electric smoker brands lie about temperature consistency. That costs you ruined briskets, and sometimes a full replacement. 5 smokers. 1 actually earns it. A bad electric smoker is a slow money leak. You're out $150 to $400 plus every ruined cook. So the one real filter, trust the rating backed by actual owner volume, not the spec sheet. Enough real buyers revealing the same problem. That's signal. We pulled real-world durability data, temperature consistency reports, and price-to-performance breakdowns across 5 vertical smokers. That's exactly what we tested. One surprise winner, every budget covered, Salart. Last place. The Maison backyards at $239.99 promises 633 square inches across 4 racks and a 400-degree ceiling. That sounds like a serious smoker. It isn't. Owners report the unit stalls around 175 degrees when the dial reads 250. Some had to torch the wood just to get smoke moving. The tipping hazard wood and liquid box design is a real frustration mid-cook. Only 42 reviews, seller active since recently. Not enough track record to trust at this price. Verify the return policy before you order. The next pick fixes the temperature problem entirely. The Masterbuilt 40-inch digital promises 970 square inches of cooking space and precise digital control. At $349.99, that pitch is compelling. The reality, brutal. Across 1,496 reviews, the average sits at 1.6 stars. Not a typo. The documented pattern. Moisture and smoke infiltrate the controller housing, the electronics short out, and your brisket stalls mid-cook. Heating element failures and GFCI trips show up repeatedly, even in 4- and 5-star reviews. More space, more problems. At this price, you deserve a smoker that finishes the cook. This one frequently doesn't. So that brings us to the one that actually surprised me. The East Oak 30-inch comes in at $270 and carries a 4.3 rating across nearly 1,900 owners. That is real-world proof, not a spec sheet promise. 725 square inches of cooking area gives you room for serious batches, and the side chip loader means you are not cracking the door every hour to add wood. Beginners especially appreciate how little guesswork is involved. The catch? Those internal racks measure 15 by 12 inches. Standard sheet pans do not fit. Check that before you buy. But if reliability at this price tier is the priority, the East Oak earns it. Now, if you want to go bigger without the headaches we just covered, the 40-inch option is a different conversation entirely. The Masterbuilt 30-inch digital promises one thing above everything else: precision. Digital control. Set it and forget it convenience, 2,730 reviews backing it up. At $296, that pitch sounds solid. Here is the problem. Real owner data shows temperatures running 15 plus degrees off the set point, 66% of the time drifting more than 3 degrees. You set 225, you get something else entirely. And control panel failures after just 1 or 2 uses are not edge cases. They show up consistently across reviews. Damp wiring reports make that worse. The review volume is real. The reliability is not keeping pace with it. If you buy this one, budget for an extended warranty. Otherwise, the 40-inch digital model is a completely different story. And then there's the one that actually surprised me. The Masterbuilt 30-inch analog at $229. No digital display, no Bluetooth, just a dial. And somehow 5,191 reviews at 4.3 stars. More real-world feedback than anything else on this list. That is not luck. Analog temperature control means fewer electronics to fail. No board to fry, no app to glitch. 535 square inches handles a solid weekend cook for most households. The honest flaw? That dial is not precise. You are guessing within a range, not dialing an exact degree. Early production units also ran thin on insulation, so check your unit in cold weather. But for a first smoker, or anyone who just wants to plug in and smoke without troubleshooting a screen, This is the pick. Proven. Affordable. Boring in the best possible way. So where does that leave you? The Maison sits last on durability confidence and warranty clarity. The E-Stoke earns its spot on features per dollar. The 40-inch Masterbuilt wins on capacity. The digital 30-inch balances control and price well. But the analog 30-inch wins on trust. The most owners. The clearest verdict. Every dollar above it buys more cooking space, not more reliability. Tight budget. First smoker. The analog 30-inch at $229. Over 5,000 owners don't lie. Need digital controls. Step up to the digital 30-inch. Cooking for a crowd. The 40-inch. The data picked the winner. Now you just have to click. Links are pinned below. Which smoker did you go with and why? Drop it in the comments.